Recently looked into the Epstein rabbit hole through some others. Watched Farmer interview with Whitney Webb, which is a fantastic interview, by the way. Very interesting to see all the deep state ties. I knew that there were very deep intelligence ties, but I learned so much more. P.S. Do you think Epstein was murdered or removed from the prison? First of all, I'll say this. Good for you for getting more knowledgeable on Epstein, but I know it's not easy. As somebody that does Epstein videos, and I do at least one a month or two a month, I will not let it go because they're not just all the billionaire pedophiles haven't been rounded up yet. So I'm going to keep going. Les Wexner's walking the streets for free. Ghislaine Maxwell, Jean-Luc Brunel, and Peter Nygaard, all pedophile sex trafficking monsters, are all behind bars, I think, but we haven't seen any mugshots and we don't know we don't know where they are. So no one has done any prison time yet, like prison time, like convicted, like 20-year prison, 20 to life prison. What was I going to say? So it's still happening, obviously. And when you see the ties to the intelligence community, especially when you really follow the work of like Whitney Webb, who is an amazing journalist, and you see how awful everything is, and it can kind of be dark to go down the Epstein rabbit hole. Because you go, oh my God, the world is actually run by sex trafficking billionaires, like people that rape and sell children and probably kill them when they're done with some of them, are running the world. Oh, wow. So it's not an easy rabbit hole to go down. It's not easy but it's important because it needs to happen. And listening to the Maria Farmer interview, I remember talking to Whitney right after she had done that interview, and it was like, yeah. So it's good to be informed and to know what's up. That's why I have an Epstein playlist. And you're also speaking up for the victims. Like anytime I feel like, God, I don't want to talk about this anymore, it's too awful, I think of people like Maria Farmer and Virginia Roberts Giuffre and others that have come forward and put literally their lives at risk. And that is really, yeah, it's hard. It's uncomfortable. But to hear what they've had to go through. But that's why I keep going, for people like that, for the victims out there, for the survivors, and for the people that there's still children being trafficked right now as we speak. That hasn't been stopped. We haven't stopped human trafficking, despite the nonsense that the QAnon psyop tried to push, that Trump was going to round them all up, which is a filthy bag of lies. So to your question, do you think Epstein was murdered or removed from the prison? I think they murdered him because he was middle management and he was becoming a problem. But more importantly, and this is something Maria Farmer talks about, the question, was he murdered? Was he taken out? And I don't blame you for asking this question, because it's like, what the hell happened? But we still don't know what happened. They talked about it last, 2 summers ago. We don't talk about it anymore. We're not talking about Epstein. There's impeachment. There's always some new There's always some new distraction. We're not talking about Epstein. So Epstein didn't kill himself. I think they murdered him because he was when Maria Farmer said he was middle management, and he was starting to bring too much attention. So people like the real powerful people, like Les Wexner, who hasn't been arrested, or Prince Andrew, who this is the British royal family, or the Clintons and Trump, all have ties to Epstein. So the most powerful people in the world needed Epstein to go away. So if you look at like a criminal organization like the Mafia, whenever a middle management guy gets busted and they think he's going to sing, they kill him. He gets killed in prison. So I think he's dead, because they said, when he was denied bail, I went, he'll be dead. That he was denied bail the end of July. He was arrested, and then a couple weeks later, like the end of July, he was denied bail. I said, "Oh, it's a matter of time before they kill him if he's denied. If he's granted bail, then the ruling class is going to let him get out again." But the ruling class, he got his get out of jail free card in 2009. But the last thing the billionaire, predatory, sex trafficking, pedophile ruling class wants is more attention, more light on them. They don't want it. Epstein brought a lot of attention to them, so they didn't want it, so they had him killed. But more importantly, did he kill himself? Did he not kill himself? They want us to spend a lot of time on that debate, because then when we're talking about, did the CIA bring him out? Was it Mossad? Was it this? Was it that? You know what we're not talking about? We're not talking about Les Wexner. We're not talking about the Clintons. We're not talking about Trump. People were trafficked out of Mar-a-Lago. Trump hired Acosta. Trump was on his plane. Bill Clinton was on his plane 26 times. Hillary was on 2 times. They visited his compound. Trump has called him a great friend. He said, "I wish Ghislaine Maxwell, wish her well." Maxwell was at Clinton's daughter's wedding. So we're not asking those questions when we're talking about, well, did he this, did he that? You know what I'm saying? So be careful what to not fall into their trap of, they always, when it comes to these pedophile rings that show who the most powerful people in the world and that they're evil, child raping monsters, they always want to just switch the conversation to make it seem to just get anything off of them. So all these swirling conspiracies, is Epstein still alive? Did the CIA get him out of there? The Mossad, this and that. See, we're all talking about potential conspiracies. We're not talking about the fact that all these powerful people, the British royal family, the Saudi royal family, are still trafficking kids today, right now. And it's happening in plain sight. And the most powerful people in the world are soulless, sociopathic monsters. So I don't want to spend I think they murdered him, and let's get the billionaires. That's what I think. But great question. Thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.